This week I'm looking at part 2 and what to do if you find the topic difficult. This is different for everyone. What is an easy topic for Jim is really difficult for Tom. The worst cards are those that have a question related to something you've never done. It could be one based on travel, but you've never left your home city, or on books, but you don't read. It could be any topic at all. Some people are quick-witted, good talkers, can make stuff up in an instant, and still answer the question. For the rest of us though, it is harder. Don't panic. First and foremost, the topic doesn't matter, because the strategy for answering these topics is the same for all of them. Find the closest related thing to talk about, or talk about what you would do or what you would like. Here's some examples. If you've never been to a tourist attraction, you might panic. Don't. Think about one you would like to visit, and answer the questions with something like, or this example. The biggest issue here is that you might not have read a book that had an influence on you, or you just don't read books. You will however have watched TV or movies, or maybe read an article in a magazine that had an influence on you. Talk about one of those instead. For example, your notes might read. Read along and listen to this example part 2, based on the second example.
So, I don't read books, well, except for in school, and none of them have influenced me much at all. But, I was influenced by an article one read on Twitter. It was written by a young girl in India. I can't remember her name, but it was really interesting, and quite profound. The link to the article was shared by a friend of mine on Twitter, and I figured if my friend liked it, then it was probably worth reading.
The first thing the candidate did was to mention books, and clarify that there were none he could use. Then he offers an article instead and answers the first 2 bullet points using the article. It's okay if you can't remember the author, as in this example, just say so. The candidate would then answer the next 2 bullet points, using the article as the example. This gives the candidate plenty to talk about, and as it is a test of your speaking, not knowledge, having something to talk about is far more important than sticking exactly to the card. Remember, don't panic if it's an unknown topic or you've never done or thought about the topic on the card. Talk about something similar, an email instead of a letter for example. Or talk about what you would do, if you could do, the activity on the card that you've not done before. The most important thing to remember is that this is a speaking test, not a test of knowledge, so just talk. Thanks for watching. To do a practice speaking test, click on the link below.